Okay, Ms. Brownlee and Mr. Brownlee and Ms. Baumgarten. This is not a time to be sending little hearts to each other or anything like that. Do you understand me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready to go on the two jailers?
Yeah, I'm actually just getting another file for Mr. Brownlee because he had two cases. And Ms. Turner, I didn't see.
Ms. Turner's next after Ms. Baumgarten.
Okay. Yes, I'm grabbing the file. I'll be ready.
Thank you. All right, and Ms. Clay?
You're good? You want to
okay. Ms. Clay, the attorney is here, I believe, so is Mr. Gerardi, and so it was clarified for me. Oh, where's Mr. Goldfarb?
Well, he's still talking, so I just took the file.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
File, so we take the
yeah.
together until he shows up, and then we don't want to.
So, Mr. Goldfarb has this or no?
He did.
Okay, can you make sure that on all the other ones that they, whoever's out there, make sure that
Well,
they'll
usually
that.
that's what we do, but we keep them together until the attorney come in, because we don't want to have one over here and over there. So when they take them apart, Joe just gave them first file. I told them.
Yeah. Good morning, Sandra.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Mr. Bowman, I'm just going to handle the two jailers first, and then I'll handle you.
We're always in entertainment, Judge, so.
Okay. No. Mr. He's done. I'm going to do it.
Turn you off, Baumgarten.
Yeah. Sure. Actually, I want to look at that, or that Kaylee one, and this was on that, so that was next, but then I want to look at that Gerardi one.
Okay.
By the way, Your Honor, we're up for court school if you got another slot.
Okay. Okay, listen, Mr. Brownlee and Ms. Baumgarten, stop sending each other kissy faces or smiles or anything like that. Knock it off.
Favor. Sit down, please. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so are you ready to go, Tanja, or you got it? You ready? Okay. We're going on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Lynn Baumgarten, 231389, and the matter of Lynn Baumgarten, 222315. And appearance, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we extend to the matter being heard via Zoom.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Baumgarten, your name, please.
Baumgarten.
Okay. And counsel, today's date scheduled for a probation violation as well as a pretrial. And do you have opportunity to speak to the prosecuting attorney in these matters?
I did. One housekeeping issue, Your Honor. I am also representing David Brownlee and Hillary Turner. I consulted with them, but I'm on the record. Ms. Baumgarten, do you have any issue with me representing your two co-defendants in this case?
No.
Your Honor, ready to proceed. We did solidify a plea agreement on the original case. We are also ready to address the violation of probation.
Okay. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. I swear from the testimony about to give this man the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Ms. Baumgarten, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give this man to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. And counsel, if you could please place the plea on the record.
Yes, Your Honor, my client is prepared to tender a guilty plea to count 1, with the understanding that count 2 and 3 would be dismissed.
All right, and ma'am, you heard the plea that was placed on the record, correct?
Correct.
As to assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you've gone over your advice with your attorney, correct?
Correct.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes, I do.
You also understand that by entering into a plea, you'll be waiving some of those rights, specifically your trial and appellate rights.
Yes, I do.
And you also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court, or administrative agency.
Yes, I understand.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea.
Yes, I do.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
All right, counsel, you can please party your client.
I'd like to take your attention back to September 6, 2023. Were you located in the city of Wyandotte?
Yes, I was.
All right, at some point you came in contact with a police officer, correct?
Correct.
And when a police officer gave you a verbal command, you did not comply to his order. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to count 1, dismiss counts 2 and 3 for the plea agreement. And, counsel, as to the probation violation, it's alleged that your client violated probation. Your client is currently on probation for possession of controlled substance, and it's alleged that your client failed to submit to drug testing on July 5th, July 7th, and August 2nd. Failed the drug test on August 15th. I'm sorry, her drug test on August 15th indicates she took cocaine. Failed to submit to a drug test as ordered on September 5th, and failed to attend her probation visit on July 11th. And as to those violations, counsel?
Your Honor, my client is aware that she could have a hearing contesting these violations. That will not be necessary.
All right, Ms. Baumgarten, you're still under oath, and as to the violations, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you understand all of your rights as it relates to probation violation hearing, correct?
Correct.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea, correct?
Correct.
As to the, you understand by entering into a plea, you'll be waiving your right to a contested hearing in this matter.
Yes, I understand.
You also understand what the possible penalty is in this manner. I'm sorry?
Yes, I do.
You understand in this matter that the recommendation is for probation to be revoked, case closed without improvement, $50 probation violation fee, and 45 days jail. You understand that, correct?
Yes, I do.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea.
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
All right, counsel, if you can please body your client.
Yes, I'd like to direct your attention to terms and conditions of your bond. Did you fail to comply with the testing as ordered?
Me? Yes, I do.
Specifically,
I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry, she was breaking up. Can you please say that again, ma'am?
Yes.
specifically you missed test on July 5th, July 7th, and September 5th, correct?
I was in the hospital for.
So you did miss testing though,
Yeah,
correct?
correct.
And then on one of the tests, specifically August 15th, you did test positive for cocaine, correct?
Correct.
And you did miss a scheduled probation meeting on July 11th. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
court is also satisfied that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violation, and, counsel asked the sentence, we can handle the sentencing on probation violation, and then we can schedule the sentencing on the pre-trial that we just held, that was just resolved. But let's handle the sentencing on the probation violations first, please.
Your Honor, possible, we would respectfully request to have the sentencing put on the next court date of her sentencing after she gets an updated PSI. I discussed with her the notion of potentially doing jail time opposed to probation. She indicated that she still would like an opportunity to demonstrate compliance in probation. The recommendation is jail time right now, Judge. I just ask that sentencing be put on the next court date that she has sentencing, so it can be all done in one global resolution.
All right. All right, let's set these matters for sentencing then on well, you're not back for a while, Mr. Shumke. We could do October 16th, or we could do next Thursday, September 28th.
Judge, I mean, since my client is in custody, an earlier date certainly would be preferred. So the 28th would work.
Okay. All right, let's do the 28th. At 9 a.m. Or indicate bond and conditions will continue in 231-389. And as for the bond on 222315, the court's going to indicate $5,000, 10% bond. All right, and then, ma'am, I'm going to figure out how we are doing this PSI. So we're going to go off the record for a quick moment. Wayne County Jail. How would you like us to do the PSI for Ms. Baumgarten? Do you want me to have probation call in later, or?
Can they do it tomorrow morning at 08? It's Tuesday, Your Honor, and the landline area is being used for videos. So tomorrow will be at 8?
Can we do 8:15?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I'll make sure we're ready to go. And I'll be via landline.
Okay. It'll be a landline?
Yes, ma'am. And you should have the number.
Okay. We do, yep. I just wanted to, putting this on here. All right, thank you, Deputy, on that one. Okay, and then, Mr. Shumke, are you ready on Mr. Brownlee?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. And then when we're done, Mr. Brownlee, I'll have you go in a breakout room with, Ms. Turner.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And, can we please make sure Mr. Goldpaw is here and ready to go on Ms. Gerardi as soon as we're done with these two? All right, we are on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus David Brownlee, 231388 and 231369, A, B, C, D, and E. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Shumke, for me, my client, it's time to send to them having heard via Zoom.
Okay, thank you. And, Mr. Brownlee, your name, please.
My name is David William Brownlee, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And today is the date scheduled for an arraignment on 23136 A, B, C, and D, arraignment pretrial, it looks like. And then the 231388 is set for pretrial.
Correct.
And counsel, which one would you like to handle first? Mr. Sunke? Mr. Sunke? Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to review the matter. We were able to solidify a plea agreement on one case and then schedule, the arraignment to be, waive the arraignment, formal reading, stand mute, and then adjourn for discovery purposes.
All right, so on the 2-3 matter, the 1369 matter, the court will waive the formal reading. Enter a plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment. And okay, I don't have you back on a Thursday until October 24th. I mean, a Tuesday. Well, it actually probably wouldn't be a bad thing since, Mr. Sunke? You're awesome now. Can you just have him jump in here, in person, please? Now he's back in the breakout room. Okay.
Apologies, Judge, on this issue. I know we were going over dates. I'm ready to proceed, Judge.
Okay. And, so counsel, the next time you're here is until October 24th.
Judge, on the case I'm asking for, discovery, Judge, it's a, driving-related case, and I'm not seeking body cam, so I'd ask that it be moved to the 28th. I believe that's ample time for me to get the proper discovery. It's come very quick, lately.
Okay, well, so, okay, I can either do this for, well, the next time you're here on a Tuesday is until October 24th.
Judge, it's a date, if you'd like, if there's a day that Mr. Westmoreland's there, I can coordinate with him. This is not an overly complicated case.
Okay, so we could do that on the 17th. Either October 3rd, well, either one of those days we have a jury trial scheduled, so we could do October 3rd or October 17th. Would you like October 3rd?
Not the third, Judge. I unfortunately have a bench trial in person in Waterford, but 17th would work.
Okay. Yeah, what time works for you, counsel?
9 a.m. The first, earliest day time is always preferable, Judge.
Okay, so we can do 8:30 a.m. that day. Okay, and, as to, I'll just find on this matter in just a moment. As to the 231388 counsel.
Your Honor, my client would be tendering a plea to count 1 with the understanding count 2 and 3 would be dismissed.
Mr. Brownlee, please raise your right hand. We swear from the top of the truth, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, thank you. Yeah, you heard the plea that your attorney placed on the record, correct?
I have.
And as to count one, resisting, assaulting, obstructing an officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You've gone over your rights with your attorney, correct?
I have.
And you understand all of those rights?
I do.
And you understand that by entering into a plea, you will be waiving some of those rights, specifically your trial and appellate rights.
I do.
And you also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court or administrative agency, correct?
Unequivocally.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea?
Correct.
And has anybody promised anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
Negative.
And counsel, you can please start your client, please.
First, prior to doing the plea, Mr. Brownlee, you understand that I am representing the co-defendants in this matter, Lynn Baumgarten and Hillary Turner. Do you have any problem with me representing you as well?
No, sir.
All right, directing your attention back to September 6, 2023, were you in the city of Wyandotte?
I was.
All right, at some point you came in contact with a police officer, correct?
I did.
And a police officer gave you a verbal command and you did not immediately comply with his order. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. And the court will accept your plea. You count one, dismiss count 2 and 3 for the plea agreement. We're going to schedule this matter for sentencing October 17th at 8:30 a.m. Mr. Brownlee, I already told you to stop making faces or signals to Ms. Baumgarten. It also applies true to Ms. Turner.
I'm not, Your Honor.
I'm watching your body language, sir. That would suggest otherwise.
I'm simply looking at the mirror myself.
All right, counsel, the bonding conditions are going to continue on 231388 and ask to bond on the other matter.
Your Honor, my client does indicate that he does have lodging for himself as well as his two co-defendants. He can reside with his parents. My understanding is a strong family support system, so we're respectfully requesting any leniency when determining an appropriate bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the court will note that Mr. Brownlee's bond on the 231388 matter, $10,000, 10% bond, GPS tether, not to possess or consume alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. Sir, please refresh my recollection. Do you work?
I'm sorry?
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
And where's that?
I own my own business.
What type of business, sir?
It's a paint repair company. Roadrunner Mobile Auto Paint Repair.
All right. The court is going to indicate in this matter, based upon the charges, the fact that there's a pending case as well. This offense is alleged to have occurred about 4 days before the offense that Mr. Brownlee just pled guilty to. And the court's going to indicate a $10,000, 10% bond. You got your release, sir. You're not to possess or consume alcohol or drugs. And you got your release GPS cover through the Wayne County Jail. And what the court's going to do, sir, as well, is I'm going to find out when we have to set this for a PSI. It'll probably be a phone-in. All right, let's go off the record in this matter. Is there a deputy right near you, sir?
No.
All right, can you can you go to the door area or the window there to see if the deputy can step on the screen, please?
Doesn't appear that there is one here. You can hold on. No.
October 17th. Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, officer.
Okay, Deputy, and Mr. Brownlee, can we do maybe 8:30 tomorrow for the, PSI for him as well on the phone or no?
Judge DiSanto, we'll have him at 8:45. As soon as Miss Baumgarten's done, we'll have Brownlee for PSI.
All right, I will make that note.
And also, Your Honor, if we're gonna do Turner as well, we can put her at third.
Okay, thank you. All right, and then, Mr. Shanti, I do have the, discovery order on that matter as well. And then, I will, if you can go in a breakout room with Ms. Turner, that'd be great.
Good.
All right, thank you. Okay, and so, Mr. Gopal, you ready on Mr. Gerardi?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Zelenak, I have a victim in the matter of this on Zoom, and so then I'll handle yours. Unless Ms. Turner's ready to go first. Ms. Turner, please tap join on there. Okay, Cameron Hovis, can you please unmute? Cameron Hovis, can you please unmute? Okay, please unmute. Mr. Hovis.
Hello.
Hello. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, can you please, stop walking around, remove your hat, and which matter are you here on?
I'm here to see Hillary Turner's arraignment.
You're here to see what?
Hillary Turner's arraignment.
Oh, okay, all right. Just so you know, you can watch on, live stream, you don't have to zoom in if you don't want to, but I'm going to have you just keep your, camera off and stay muted then, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. And Mr. Gopal, you ready to go? And Ms. Gerardi?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so the court's going to go on the record in the matter of Rachel Gerardi, 23881. And appearance, counsel?
Your Honor, for the record, John Goldwasser, P. 30758, on behalf of Ms. Gerardi.
Morning, Your Honor, Rachel Gerardi.
All right, thank you. And today is the date scheduled right now for a probation violation. Ms. Gerardi is on probation for disorderly conduct. Malicious destruction of property was dismissed, and it's alleged that Ms. Gerardi had contact with victim Ms. Clay, who's present on Zoom. Ms. Clay did have permission to appear on Zoom based upon some circumstances that allegedly have occurred during the interim. And so the allegation is that Ms. Gerardi had contact with the victim on September 15th. And so, counsel, what's the plan today?
Your Honor, the plan is that I explained to her her rights under, with respect to right to hearing. I also informed her of the allegation, and this time she would be not asked for it.
All right, well, we can have the hearing right now. We have Ms. Clay present. We have Mr. Gerardi present.
Correct.
And, okay, Ms. Clay, your name for the record, please.
Jennifer Clay.
Okay, and all right, so let's go back on the record in the matter of Rachel Gerardi. And we're going to, the court's going to indicate a plea of not guilty was entered. So we're arraigning her on this, and then we're setting it for a hearing on September 27th at 9 a.m.
That's correct, Your Honor, based on a rough record.
I mean, September 26th, since I don't know how to add 19 plus 7 is 26. I was thinking maybe it was 20th for some reason. I don't know why, but okay. So 9 a.m.
I'm sure that I'm on here.
You are?
Yeah, I thought so. I just want to make sure.
Yes, okay.
I think you're on the 27th too, that's why.
Okay. So, and then counsel asked to bond.
Your Honor, this was an out of the ordinary. She has not violated, no violation. I know it's a short term. I indicated she was on the phone. She alleged she was speaking to Ms. Shaw regarding this, requesting that the bond yeah, allegation has nothing to do with appearing at any location to appearing. I understand whether it be no contact means no contact. I'm just indicating that allegations are that on a particular date, she had contact via phone. I'm asking for a personal bond. She's always appeared, from my understanding, this particular.
From your understanding what? You keep feeling off.
I'm sorry, from the communication said, she has told me there's been no contact, regarding physical contact, appearing at a location, et cetera. That's not even in the allegation. We're asking for a personal bond, and she'll be here to defend next week.
Almost like, prohibition, whichever. No, I was told to bring it.
Okay. And she does have documentation from the guidance center, which she was told to bring today. She will turn that over tonight.
Okay, here's what I'm going to. See. You're not to have any contact with Jennifer Clay, correct?
Correct.
That's any contact.
Correct.
You don't get to call, you don't get to make any contact through a third party, social media, anything.
Understandable, absolutely. No contact.
Well, there appears to be some confusion somewhere because there's an allegation that you had contact with her.
And that, yes, and.
She understands that, Your Honor,
You understand that.
and that's why we're having a hearing.
There's also apparently for the police report screenshots that show your client's number was contacting Ms. Clay.
Your Honor, if that is true, then we are going to need, as part of this hearing, those screenshots.
Okay, then you're going to have to make sure that you're communicating, you're getting information from Ms. Taylor. Perhaps you want the officer present that took the report. I don't know. However, or maybe Miss Taylor's going to have to get those screenshots of the call logs from Miss Clay.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Ms. Clay, as Mr. Gerardi is entitled to have a hearing, and have all the evidence present, we're going to set this for a hearing for next Tuesday. And you're currently, I'm sorry, Mr. Brownlee, I'm not even sure why you're back on the screen. For sure, not to make googly eyes at anybody.
You were waiting to speak to the officer, and
I already did. I spoke to him, and we have you scheduled already, so you're all set.
thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You as well. Okay. And so, Ms. Clay, you had requested to appear by Zoom because as the court was checking you in, you stated that you feel extremely unsafe and threatened. Is that what you indicated?
Yes, that's correct.
And why do you feel extremely threatened and unsafe?
So, Your Honor, when she showed up at my house a few months ago, when she tried to break into my house, she broke doors. She was very violent. She was violent to officers, screaming at the top of her lungs, to the point where she did wake my children up, and they were terrified for their life also.
Okay. Then, ma'am, what has happened that you feel that you cannot appear in person?
Mr. Gerardi, I got a phone call on Friday stating that just by the sound of her voice, Your Honor, was her, I believe, and she was stating that she was going to kill me.
Okay.
Your Honor, that's the reason for the hearing. She denies that she made any threats.
I understand that. I'm trying to also determine whether I'm going to permit Ms. Clay to continue to appear on Zoom for the next hearing. Mr. Gerardi, are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
And where are you working?
I manage a veterinary clinic in North.
Which clinic is that?
It's called Michigan Veterinary Clinic. I'm sorry. I'm taken back because I've never made those threats to this woman. And I'm a little shaken at the moment, so forgive me, I'm trying to keep it together. This is news to me. I work at Michigan Veterinary Total Health here in Taylor as a practice manager.
Okay. The concern that this court has, counsel, is that your client's currently information is she's ordered not to have contact with Ms. Clay. Violation was brought forward that there was harassment, threatening, and intimidating contact by Mr. Gerardi with Ms. Clay. For the police report, right, and that's just what the court's utilizing in assessing bond, the officer saw the call log from Mr. Gerardi to Ms. Clay.
Okay.
And that's a violation of this court's order.
Your Honor, we will need then the, for this hearing, the actual, I'm assuming it was, recorded, the phone call. There are shots. We need to have verification other than the claim by Ms. Clay that there were threats on that phone call. She does not state in the report what those threats were?
I understand the police report doesn't indicate that, and the claims just indicated what they are.
And, Your Honor, she denies making threatening phone calls. In fact, she denies making any phone calls. And it's my understanding, looking at the report, that there was a no caller ID. That's where the phone call allegedly came from.
Okay. So here's what the court is going to do. The court's going to continue the terms and conditions of probation. You're not having contact with Ms. Clay at all. Phone contact, text message, social media, third party, anything of the like. All right. Ms. Clay is going to be bringing in any of her call logs that would support calls from numbers. I don't know if she has recordings. I don't know. Right? What she stated is that there was somebody that she believes was you that said she was going to kill her. Okay? The court is going to also indicate you're to have a GPS tether, no house arrest, it'll be through EMS. Right? The court can ensure that you're not going to be going anywhere near Ms. Clay's home either. And the court is going to indicate a $2,500 10% bond.
Your Honor, can this be personal bond? This is the last thing, we're fighting this, and we're just asking, she's employed, she complied with all the other conditions, has been a condition. Can it be a $25,000, you said was 10%?
$2,500 10%, but you have to post $250. That would be additional security to make sure that the bond conditions are being complied with.
Your Honor, there's no reason why she won't show up. That's the person, she's been compliant.
There's a lot of purposes of bond. One of which is to ensure the appearance of the defendant. The other is to ensure compliance with this court's orders and protection of the public. And in this matter, protection of the named victim.
Your Honor, I agree with you with those purposes. There's no reason why, I don't disagree with the tether. I don't disagree with in terms of condition fine. Financial, she indicated she can't provide for that. She's gainfully employed. I didn't do her original proceeding, but we did. It appears she did everything she was supposed to do during the pre-trial issues. I'm only asking then for $2,500 or $2,500 personal bond with the tether. She's going to show up, and she's going to stay away. The tether's going to keep her away from the location.
Well, that doesn't keep her away from the phone.
But she clearly understands, Your Honor, that can't be happening, and we're contesting that.
You don't have $250, ma'am, that you can post for a bond.
No, I do not.
You don't have anybody you can call to post that bond.
Not at this time, no.
What does that mean, not at this time?
I can call and ask, but at this moment, no, I don't. I don't have anybody to post.
How much do you have to post for a bond?
Right now, I have probably $10 to my name, to be honest with you. I'm supposed to be doing payroll for my business today. And I get paid Friday.
Well, man, you're gonna have to make some phone calls, $2,500, 10% bond, plus the conditions of this bond that I've already put for it. Ms. Clay, you're going to need to make sure you're in person, all right? What I would suggest is this matter is set for 9 a.m. Communicate with the prosecuting attorney as to what time you should arrive, and then you will be on a different floor than Ms. Gerardi and still be hearing, okay?
All right, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Your Honor, instead of the $2,500, would you make it 1,000 personal per 1,000, 10%?
$1,500, 10%. I'm not going any lower than that. There needs to be some financial, security to make sure that Ms. Gerardi complies with this court's bond conditions. Yes. We have money to do right now.
Your Honor, would you allow her to step out in a moment?
It's about making phone calls. We don't. One of my court officers is going to go out to your car with you so that you're not leaving.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can you repeat that date again for the court?
September 26th at 9 a.m.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And that'll be in person for you, Ms. Clay, as well, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, let's go off the record. Mr. Mr. Shenke, Brian, is Mr. Shenke out there?